Recently, Lance saw the first Filipino member of the Vienna Boys Choir stopped by DZFE ahead of their November concert to share about how he came to join the group and about some of his experiences in Vienna. Here is our brief interview. Today we have in the studio Lance Saw. Hi, Lance.
Hi.
How did you come to join the Vienna Boys Choir?
Well, I started actually singing in my grade 4, and there I grew up in Shanghai, in China, and I went to the school called Dulwich College Shanghai, and then when we were in that school, one of our music directors there at my old school was friends of the head director of the Vienna Boys Choir, Mr. Viet. And so then every year, some people from my old school's choir would go to Vienna, have this workshop with them. And in 2014, in summer, I did the workshop.
How young were you then?
I was 10 years old. And when we did the 2-week workshop, we sang with the Vienna Boys Choir, and then for 1 week, and then another week just with Javiet, learning. And then after that, we had this small graduation, and when Javiet was congratulating me, at the end of it, he asked me, do I want to join the Vienna Boys Choir? But in the beginning, at that time, I said no. So after that, I went back to Shanghai, stayed there in normal school. And then soon in November, the Vienna Boys Choir came back to China for a tour. And I went to their concert in Shanghai, and Javiet was there. So, and then when I saw him, the first thing he asked me there was, do I want to join the Vienna Boys Choir? And then I thought, after watching the concert, it seems like a great experience. They get to tour all around the world, countries that I think I'll never go to. So I thought about it with my family, talked about everything, and eventually I said yes.
How long have you been singing? Have you always liked classical music, or how did you discover your talents?
Well, it's actually a funny story. So in grade 4, I was just with my friends after school, and then they were gonna sign up for the choir, and I didn't know that they were gonna sign up for a choir, so I just followed them. And then I followed them into the music room, and then they were auditioning, and I was there, I didn't know what to do, so then they asked me if I wanted to audition. So I was there anyways, I just auditioned for fun. I didn't really think I was gonna get in. But then eventually I got in, and then I was really surprised. And then soon that year, there was this great concert to graduate at the end of the year. And when I was there was the solo part, and I auditioned for it and I got it. So that's when I first realized that I really enjoy singing. It's something I'm good at, something I should carry on doing.
And it's very interesting that if you didn't follow your friends, then you couldn't have discovered that you were very good in music. Do you play any other instruments, or has it always been just singing?
Actually, I've been playing the drums for 5 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
Prior to joining the choir?
Yeah.
When you first came to the Palais au Garten,
yes,
what were the differences that you noticed right away?
Well, it was different because the Au Garten Palais, it's a palace. So, yeah, we get to live there. It's where we do school, we do singing. It's basically my whole house. It's basically where I stay the whole week. And there in Vienna, it's totally different compared to Shanghai. Because when I first went to Vienna, it was my first time in Europe. And yeah, there was just difference. I find it way nicer, way beautifuler. Yeah.
How did you find the weather? Did it take some adjusting?
Yeah, of course, in winter, since I've been here in the Philippines and I was born in Singapore, there was I wasn't really in real cold. So in winter in Vienna, it was
you were freezing at first.
Yeah, it felt weird. It felt different. Yeah.
How about the food?
The food, yeah. Since I grew up in Asia, I tend to eat like a lot of rice.
Rice, yes.
Yeah. So when I went there, there's not really a lot of rice.
What was the staple food when you got there?
There's this like sort of like a pork chop, a chicken pork chop. It's called schnitzel.
Ah, schnitzel.
Yeah, schnitzel. And like that, I really enjoy it.
I see. How did you cope with having to speak and understand German? Because that's the standard language that you speak there, right?
Yeah, it was really hard because like everything was in German, so like the learning, everything, like everyone there speaks German, and there was not a lot of people that spoke English. So it was really hard in the beginning to like communicate and everything. But like now I can speak pretty good German.
At first, was it challenging to make friends given the language barrier?
Yes, it was quite hard in the beginning, but usually like those people that could speak okay English, I went to them, we played a bit, and then I met all his friends.
I see,
So, yeah.
I see, that's good. How did you cope with missing your family? Because they were based in Shanghai,
Yes.
right?
It was really hard. Yeah, like even now, even sometimes I get homesick. Yeah, but yeah, it's just like something that everyone has to go through with because like it's
How do you keep in touch with them? How often do you do it?
Well, I at least send them like a message every day around, and yeah, I call them usually like once a week. So it's almost like they're here with me, but yeah, it's just a phone away.
Yeah, that's the advantage of technology these days. Now we will talk about the academic aspect of your training. You mentioned that you were in regular school when you left for Vienna.
Yeah.
What year were you in?
I left my old school in year 7.
Year 7.
So then I went there in year 7, and well, the German way is different. They say like, so year 7 would be second class, and year 6 will be first class.
So your academic training with the Vienna Boys Choir is like regular school in some way?
Yes.
Like aside from the musical training?
But our school is like not like any other. So we start school from 7:30 in the morning till 6 o'clock at night. Yeah. So, but we always have like...
It's almost 12 hours.
Almost, yeah. But we also have like rehearsal in the middle, around 2 hours. And then, but also our school, normally in schools they will have 3 semesters, right? But in this semester, in our school, there's also three semesters, but it's 2 semesters of schooling and the other semester of just tour.
I see.
Yeah.
What's the curriculum at Algarten? What are the subjects that you take up?
It's almost like in all schools the same subjects. There's science, history, English, math, German.
Any favorite subjects?
Well, probably my favorite subject is math.
Math.
Yeah.
Are you pretty good at the academic side of things?
Yeah, it's just over there it's hard because it's in German.
I see. Do you have an after-class study schedule?
Yeah, sometimes my parents give me like extra work to do.
How do they send it? Is it like extra homework?
They give me like workbooks.
Oh, parenting from a distance.
Yeah.
What do you do with your friends during free time?
Well, I like to play video games a lot. But other than that, I play like soccer with them. There's like, I also like sometimes when I don't feel like playing with my friends, I always do some things alone. Sometimes I do my homework. And other times I just like learn music, play drums.
I see.
Yeah.
Is there a room for that? Is there some kind of music room?
Yes, there is.
How is the living space? There is a dorm?
Yes, there is a dorm. So it's like there's a dorm and then the palace. So basically the palace, half of the side is just like the music stuff and everything. What other side is the school and there's the dorms.
I see.
So the dorms, it's like 3 people in each room. And yeah, you get to pick who you want to be in a room with.
I see.
And everything, yeah.
Does it change every year or every term?
Every semester, yeah.
I see. Are you allowed to leave the school premises, like when you play soccer? Is it just within the palace?
Yeah, there's like the Algarten place. That's usually the only place we're allowed to stay.
I see.
That's basically, yeah.
Are there other types of music that you like to listen to? Aside from...
I'd say my favorite genre of music is maybe pop. pop
I
music.
see.
Yeah.
Any favorite artists?
Well, I really enjoy Maroon 5. Yeah.
And now we move to the musical aspect of your training.
Yeah.
What was your voice classification when you first came in?
When I first came in, I was in soprano too. But now I'm in second alto. So yeah, my voice has really changed since the last 2 years.
How do they move you to a different category?
Well, usually every time in the beginning of the semester and the end of the semester, our choir conductor Manolo, he takes people individually, see if their voice is still good, and like see basically next year what kind of voices they'll sing.
How often in a week do you do voice training?
Well, there's individual voice training. There's usually around once or twice a week, usually.
So, are these individual sessions catered to what you need to work on as an individual member of the choir?
Yeah.
Or?
Well, what I heard is that like each voice teacher, they each have like a different style of singing, and I mean by that like some different people, they have like this type of way that they're doing wrong. So like there's like different teachers for each things. So usually like you stick with one, and yeah.
Can you describe what the training sessions are like?
Well, it's usually sometimes like if you want to learn like solos or like songs that you really find hard, then you can practice those. But if you don't have like something to learn, then it's usually just like normal voice training. Like you don't learn a song. You just basically like he plays like the piano and like sing notes and stuff like that.
I see. So how do you learn a new song? Like if there's something new that is going to be added to your repertoire, what's the process like?
Well, we have rehearsals almost every day, and that time after a while, like you just get used to it. So after a while, like after 2 weeks of learning one song, then you don't have to like practice anymore. Like you just get the tune in your head. You know the words already. So like after a while, you just know it already.
Before we end, please invite our listeners to mark their calendars for the event on November 11.
Okay. Hey guys, please come to the Vienna Boys Choir concert in Manila live on November 11. Please come.
Thank you, Lance. It was a
you.
pleasure talking to you.
Yeah.